What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the 79th Halas post-game video. It's your boys Scott and Flows here from Soldier Field. I'm gonna say two words we ain't heard in a while. Bears win. Bears win 31-14. Their first.
I'm sorry for cutting you off. Excuse me, everybody. Things have kind of gone pretty good for us this weekend.
Yeah.
The Bears won. Arsenal somehow staved off catastrophe.
I mean, it could have. Look, we actually played like shit, but like it could have been worse. Could have dropped more points. Gabriel Martinelli, I apologize for this week only. But the Bears came through, did what they needed to do. Big win, 31-14. First win at Soldier Field since, get this, October 6th of last year. This is only their second win since we came back from London last October.
I will say, though, every time you hear that, it can sound crazy.
But they've lost 12 of their last 13.
True, but also think about it. The season ends in, what, January?
Yeah.
So it's always going to be a little
But that's still, 12 of your last 13. I don't give a damn when it was.
I know, I'm just saying.
It was a long time. So Bears win. Caleb Williams, I don't know the exact stats. I know he threw for 298 yards.
Like 19 to 28, 298.
19-28, 4 touchdowns. Yeah, he now is at 735 yards passing, 7 touchdowns passing, 1 interception.
And if we're being honest,
1 rushing touchdown. Eat that, Colin Cowherd.
And if we're talking about like interceptions, he knew the ball was risky, and then he was like, "Hey man, I was trying to see if he make a play. I'm not gonna do that again." So I mean, I don't know what his stats are in comparison to the quarterbacks he was drafted with, the Bo Nix, the Michael Penix, the Jaden Daniels, who didn't play this week.
Well, he's looked the best out of the 2024 class this year.
He's looked the best out of the 2024 class
this year at least. But yeah, man, great game. Defense definitely bounced back from last week. Very good effort. Held the Cowboys to 14 points. Picked at 3 turnovers today. 3 turnovers. Tyreek Stevenson. We gotta give up to Tyreek. Tyreek has had a rough year. Yeah. People have been talking about him, rightfully so. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like it wasn't, warranted. Right. But he went out there, put his foot in the sand, got an incredible fumble right here, just swiped it. Could have had a pick, didn't take a play off.
It may have been.
It was right here. It was right here. Yeah.
And the thing is, he was in a tough spot because
no Jalen, no Kyler.
Your lockdown corner and Jalen Johnson's gone. Kyler is out.
Yeah.
And so you're like it. And during those times when they're healthy, you're the odd man out because they're clearly Kyler and Jalen, if they're healthy, are perennial all pros constantly. That's how good they are. And so you're the odd man out. People can only remember you for the blunder during the Commanders game, which now seems like it may have been more on the coaching and preparation.
Which we know. Speaking of coaching, Matt Eberflus returned, and he finally developed Caleb Williams.
If you saw the 79th Halas tweet, I stole Scott's tweet.
Yes, you did. He definitely stole my tweet. Definitely stole my tweet. But just the overall feel-good game here, man. You can tell that this team needed this. I said on every show I was on this last week. I said it on 79th Halas twice. I said it on our recap pod. I said it on the preview pod with Dante. I said it on I'm Not Gonna Hold You. For morale, this team needed a win. You could tell from the reaction, DJ was happy. Kevin Byard was, damn near saying prayers. Everybody was excited. It was a good vibe here in Soldier Field, which has been a good vibe this season. It was rocking in here, and the fans were finally appreciating it.
I mean, when we were walking to the locker room, you could hear it.
Yeah,
Ben Johnson was walking up to so when you're in the interview room, it's right next to the locker room, like the entryway, and so as you hear them walking up, it's loud.
Yeah, it's loud, and you got to give it up to Ben Johnson. First career win, and I loved his demeanor in the press conference. He looked like Kobe at the game 2 of the NBA Finals. He said, "Why don't you?" He said, "Oh, why would?" You know what's funny? That's a popular clip now, but I remember seeing that on ESPN News when it happened, and I loved it when it happened.
Kobe is Scott's favorite player.
Yes,
undoubtedly. I don't know if he's his favorite athlete ever, but it's up there.
It's Mike and Kobe. They're like 1A and 1B. One represents my childhood. One represents my rest of my life. But that's besides the point. Point is, he was really, to us, he gave us the demeanor of, I'm not satisfied. Right. Then we saw the video that we tweeted out on the account of him in the locker room, and Caleb gave him the game ball, and it was real football meathead, and you could tell how much it meant to him. And Ben's been going through a lot these first couple weeks. Did not get the start he thought he was going to get. Got absolutely waxed in his return to Detroit. Everybody calling for his head, he came here, he's not going to help Caleb. And honestly, Caleb been going through a lot of shit since he got here. Number one thing that pisses me off about Caleb critiques is when they call this boy soft. Caleb is the furthest thing from soft.
It was like, he lost the game. Was it against USC?
Yeah, when he cried to his mother.
And it's like, first off, No, it's against USC. It was against Notre Dame.
Against Notre Dame,
he went to USC.
yeah.
If you watch college football, Notre Dame and USC are rivals.
Yeah.
And if you, for instance, I'm going to go back. We're Buckeyes fans. So when the Buckeyes lost to Michigan,
number one Buckeyes on the AP poll right now, by the way.
Yeah. When the Buckeyes lost to the team up north last year, Jack Sanborn was in that bitch like they lost a championship. And then he started getting salty. Okay, that's why y'all playing like in the Chip Bowl. I'm like, yeah, that's somebody who's salty.
Yeah.
And so that's the biggest rivalry in probably almost all of American sports.
Yeah.
And so take that to USC and Notre Dame. Obviously, they're not the same compare rivalry. That's a big rivalry. And so he lost it a very close game. Almost it was like 42-41 or something close.
But
so he was upset. How many times I cried bring up the coach's music? Nick Hill, if you were editing this, you could have brought up the coach's music.
Shout out to Nick Hill. He's in London holding it down.
But if you've seen, like, for somebody who's played just high school football, losing to your rival sucks.
And even outside of that, this is the shit he's been taking from not just local media, and I really wouldn't say local media, really. It's been national media. National media has been, going crazy.
Go ahead and flip that over for me, brother. That says I'm not going to hold you.
Well, we got multiple uses for this microphone. But anyway, but really all the shit he's been taking from national media, been on his ass, and I hear people call him soft. Like the stuff he's dealt with, and all the stuff he went through last year with the terrible culture staff, and then not shit on anybody.
Right.
He had an opportunity to shit on Flus today, didn't take it. That's
you know what is soft? This is a very old thing to happen in sports. Pistons walk off when the Bulls beat
soft.
them. That's literal soft. And you know why it's soft? It's not because you're soft as a person, but you talked all that shit. You dominated them for years. And then when they whoop your ass, you don't have the gall, not the gall, but you don't have the courage, the balls to say, hey, we lost, so let me shake your hand.
Yeah.
That is soft.
And now,
but crying? And then paint nails, bro, what are you talking about? And the thing is, he's gonna keep doing one because he loves to, and he knows it's gonna piss you all off. And we call people soft for really stupid reasons.
Man, look, but let's talk about his performance. 4 touchdowns, he was in control, and everybody who actually watched the game last week, he played great last week.
Right.
Like, he had a bad, second half of the game against the Vikings, and if you go back and look at the film, it wasn't as bad as it originally looked.
No.
He's been showing growth. Him and Ben have been showing growth, and this is the first time that Ben, what he said in the press conference this week, he followed up. He said, "I gotta get more people involved." Kyle Monunga, I love what I saw. We need to involve him more.
We got 5, 6, 7 carries. He looked good.
No pre-snap penalties today. Darnell Wright, you still gotta clean some of that shit up. But wasn't no false starts.
Right.
Wasn't none of that. Wasn't really any holding, anything like that much. Great, a lot of cleanup on that. And, you got everybody involved. Rome got his. DJ got his. Zacchaeus got his.
4 different receivers got touchdowns.
Colston got his before he got hurt. Hopefully he's not hurt long. Luther Burden. Now,
dangerous.
When Luther Burden got drafted, I was at LAX, just got back to LA, and I saw that we drafted him, and I was like, oh, this is still of the draft.
Right.
They used him like you need to use him. He used him in screens, out the backfield, deep balls. He got his first touchdown, had almost, over 100 yards receiving.
3 receptions, 101 yards.
Look, man, Luther Burden is going to be great. And it just was Cole Kmet got his touchdown.
Right.
Everybody got involved. Now, this is what you need to continue, because today is good. But now you go to Vegas to play a winnable game against a Vegas team that's played like shit the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
They look beatable right now. You gotta, you can't take this win and then go to Vegas and lose. Which, let's be real, it's gonna be a home game.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a home game. You have to win going to the bye week with some momentum before you get ready to play Jaden Daniels, who's probably gonna be playing getting off injury.
That's the main point, is that now you have a winnable game. Gino gonna throw you a couple BLTs.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you're gonna play against a Jaden Daniels who is rested up, recovering from his injury, and we know Jaden is still, even still right now, is the best QB out of that class.
Yeah,
that's a tough game, and that's an experienced coach.
He's not playing the best, but he's still the best until he took a stint in the NFC Championship game.
The notice is still on him, but that's beside the point.
Exactly. But that's what you need to do. Go in there with momentum and build off this, because past year's Bears teams will lose next week.
Right.
You gotta build off that. And also, here's the key right here. We're gonna wrap this up. We're gonna go upstairs and record the pod. Ashton Genty has been shit the first 2 weeks. Yeah. Do not let him have a welcome to the NFL moment next week. You put 8 in the box, do what you got to do, make Gino beat you.
It takes me back to, obviously, A.J. Peterson is a legend. He's a terrible person, but he's a legend. Beats children. I don't like that. Anywho, obviously, A.J. Peterson is a legend. And his come-out game against the Bears, I want to say
2007.
It was, because I think the all-time most in the game is like 298. He rushed for 275.
Yeah, that was the only points we got was from Devin Hester, who was in the building tonight. Shout out to Devin Hester.
You know, Hall of Famer.
Hall of Fame. So happy he's in the Hall of Fame.
Anywho, we're going to wrap this up, head upstairs, back to the press box, back to the suites, actually. I'm going to have our actual full 79th Halas breakdown. It's Flo's and Delini. It's Barb Scott. We will catch you all later.